Hi, if you know my channel, you know my videos on Los Angeles are from the perspective of a native Angeleno who spent a good chunk of my time in my younger years living and working overseas. Drawing on those experiences, I'm able to make solid comparisons about life in LA versus life elsewhere as I break down one aspect per video about LA life for people considering relocating to LA. My topic this time is unique to LA for sure. We all know the saying, it's a nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there. Well, Angelenos know it's kind of hard to explain LA's charm because we turn that saying on its head. LA is a wonderful place to live, but I wouldn't necessarily want to visit here. I personally spend a lot of time downtown, and when I see tourists, I think, what could they possibly be visiting? They must be so bored. I feel bad. I wish I could have told them to skip LA and go straight to San Francisco or Redwood City or Carmel. As a native of this town, I truly feel guilty for not having enough to offer whenever I see tourists in LA. Like I want to somehow give them back their money. Why? Because life in Los Angeles is so spread out. This is just a tiny sliver of the whole city, I'm not kidding. And here's the other side of that downtown skyline showing just a small portion of East LA. Los Angeles has never been small in scope or scale. The overwhelming size and layout means the average short-term visitor just won't get to experience the lifestyle and the reason Angelenos love living here. There's no way to drive around and see it all and really live it in just a few days. It's more like an attitude that permeates your life over the course of several months to a year, 2 years, or a lifetime. And it's sort of always been the same. After a while, you appreciate LA's flip-flops and shades personality. Sure, a tourist will feel the weather, find great food, maybe rent a car and drive to the spot where you can hike up to the Hollywood sign, or swing through a theme park, or visit a movie studio. But LA is mostly an events-driven city. You catch a Lakers, Clippers, Dodgers, Angels, Kings, Rams, or Chargers game, or a UCLA or USC game. You watch LeBron play. You watch Ohtani hit, or steal a base. You attend a book fair or a pride festival or a vintage car show or an air show. You shop at a farmer's market and do lunch at a beach cafe. Or you take surfing classes. Or you hike the many mountain ranges that run through the city, and you sometimes drive for just an hour and spend the day skiing. I went to college smack dab in the middle of Los Angeles with kids who brought their skis to class in January or their surfboards in May. As soon as class let out, they headed for the slopes or the waves. Maybe you go to a movie your friend worked on as a gaffer or a grip, or a digital artist, or a costumer, or an extra. Maybe you were in the film as an extra. Or you go to a screening of a film that may have the director or a lead actor in attendance, giving an in-depth interview about their work before or after the film. Or you attend a 3-day film festival centered around a tiny niche that can still pack the theaters for those 3 days. Or you go to a museum or the opera or to hear and see the LA Philharmonic dazzle the audience in the Frank Gehry-designed Walt Disney Concert Hall. Or you grab a meal at one of our zillion fantastic restaurants, whether you want Korean, or Ethiopian, or Armenian, or Mexican, or Greek, or Filipino, or American diner, or too many other kinds of delicious cultural fare to name here. The point is, cities all over the world and all over America have many of these same activities available, but none of them has all of these things the way Los Angeles does. Skiing, theme parks, the Hollywood sign, the movie industry, surfing, golfing, dining, hiking, all within reachable driving distance. And for the cities that are jam-packed with tons to do, they're more concentrated such that even a tourist could do a lot of things in one city within a shorter period of time and say it was a beautiful place to visit. 1 week in New York could easily mean more than one Broadway show, museums, great food, a sporting event, hanging in Central Park, going to Grand Central Station, visiting the Empire State Building, and ferrying out to the Statue of Liberty and touring your favorite Law and Order locations. You could do all of that without a car and within 1 week and be thrilled with your visit. Paris is the same. You can see the Mona Lisa, Whistler's Mother, the Eiffel Tower, the Arc de Triomphe, and Notre Dame, and eat really, really well in the same day, let alone the same week. And I didn't even mention the Champs-Élysées. In other cities, when you're engaged in one activity, you can kind of see many of the other activities. You leave a theater and there's a cafe. LA doesn't behave that way. You leave Griffith Park and you get in your car and drive several miles to the place you want to eat. Arguably, you'll never see all of what any huge city has to offer. But you can visit many famous cities for a week and pack in the top 10 greats without a car and feel like even though there was a lifetime of things you didn't get to see, you still had a fabulous visit that was well worth your time. That same week in LA would have you driving all over town to do just a few things with, as I said, the beach, mountains, skiing, surfing, golfing, several theme parks, movie studio visits, and Hollywood sign activities thrown in. And to boot, you'll be stuck in a lot of traffic somewhere along the way. It means you could end up frustrated at all of what's on the city's menu and how little of it you actually got to eat by the time your vacation ends. A lot will be left off your list after what I think could be kind of a boring visit. And our greats are not all that obvious. We have no Eiffel Tower, no Empire State Building or Broadway or Times Square, no London Bridge, no Colosseum, no Mount Kilimanjaro, no safaris, no pyramids, no Taj Mahal. Our one monument, other than the Hollywood sign, sort of the Walk of Fame, and kind of the Capitol Records building in the Santa Monica Pier, is the lifestyle. That's really our Eiffel Tower, the lifestyle. But how do you visit a lifestyle? You have to live it. But over the course of a year, or a happy, healthy retirement, with our great weather and tons of options for any personality type, serene beaches and mountains, bustling downtown, golf courses, museums, movies, malls, and material comforts, the sum total of the experience makes LA a wonderful place to live. If you retire here, you'll have lots to do as a local for years and years and years. It will take a long time before you've been everywhere and tried everything and are now bored. And with LAX nearby, you can catch a flight to literally anywhere your whims can afford. Friends retired in faraway places can reach you easily. Your children and grandchildren can pop in. Hawaii is just a 5-hour flight away. LA, a nice place to live, even if I'm not always sure it's a great place to visit.